Stanford University.
Okay, so we're going to start with Elizabeth, who's going to talk to us about Dante's friends. Off you go.
Okay. We generally like to believe that innovation happens through a moment of inspiration or a flash of insight, but this isn't exactly the case. Instead, I'd like to suggest that innovation happens through a long collaborative process. Get my slides ready here. Let's take Facebook, for example, which we tend to consider the brainchild of Mark Zuckerberg. I'm going to assume that most of you here have seen the film The Social Network. So for the sake of argument, let's bracket off all of the intellectual property lawsuit questions, and let's just talk about the first innovation that Mark Zuckerberg creates in this narrative of The Social Network. It's the website called FaceMash. Now, when he creates this website, he creates the website in a flash of inspiration that he has when he's alone, drunk in his dorm room, suffering from this heartbreak. And then he immediately sets to hacking into the Harvard server, downloading all of the images of these women, uploading them onto the website, and we get a glimpse of the genius of Facebook at work. But this isn't exactly the moment that the website is created. Enter Mark Zuckerberg's best friend, Eduardo Saverin, who walks into the room when Mark is joking around with his friends about the website that he's just about to put online. Eduardo walks in the room, and immediately Mark turns to him and he says, "I need that algorithm that you wrote. Give me that algorithm you were working on." And Eduardo turns and writes it on the window. That is the moment that the website was created. The website was created in a collaboration, an interaction between two friends. Without Mark Zuckerberg's social network, what I'm trying to suggest is that without Mark Zuckerberg's social network, Facebook could never have existed. Now, my dissertation research takes this same premise. My dissertation research focuses on Dante's Divine Comedy, which is one of the sublime masterpieces of the Western literary canon. And I consider Dante's Divine Comedy as a product of his intellectual community, not as the product of a lone genius. I look at Dante's friends with whom he exchanged poems. And these poems they would send to one another as if letters. In these poems, they would experiment with form, with rhyme, with meter, with language, also with ideas. They would argue about the nature of love, the nature of virtue and vice, the nature of friendship, and of poetry itself. It's through this collaboration, through these interactions, that Dante became the poet that could eventually write the Divine Comedy. It's through his social network that the Divine Comedy exists. So in short, what I'd like to convey to you today is that we need to stop paying lip service to the idea of collaboration and instead rethink the relationship between collaboration and genius. I think in doing so, we can begin to build better teams. We can better incentivize individuals on those teams. We can give more credit where credit is due. And we can involve every individual on the team in the innovative process. Thank you.
For more, please visit us at stanford.edu.